Hey ladies, Cynthia right here. Happy Saturday morning, and just wanted to come on to our group live today and share a few bits of information that I really feel would be important to you all. I know some of you in this group are wanting to break through weight loss plateau. Some of you are wanting to get rid of sugar and just feel better overall. Some of you just want to be more fit, more healthy, increase longevity, and reverse aging. So today, I just want to share with you a few tips that I have and reasons why women specifically crave sugar and what you can do to begin to get over it. So I'm going to share with you the top four reasons why women crave sugar and what you can do to get over it. So the first one, reason why we crave sugar is because we may be lacking magnesium. So I know I talked about magnesium in a previous post, which got a lot of interest, and just want to let you know that part of the reason why we crave sugar is because we're lacking magnesium, especially at certain times of our cycle. So there's certain times when we need magnesium to work with progesterone and estrogen to balance things out a bit. And at those times, usually the last 10 days of our cycle, right before your period starts, is when you're really wanting to eat carbohydrates. You're kind of feeling sluggish, you're kind of feeling tired, you're doing your workouts, but your energy is just kind of low and you're not feeling like you get the most out of it. And that's the time when we are craving carbs. And craving carbs is normal and natural because it does help to get that estrogen and progesterone at the levels it needs to be to produce a cycle. And you really want to make sure that you are allowing yourself to eat those healthy carbohydrates, whether it's squashes or some healthy fruits like citrus fruit or tropical fruits, some starchy vegetables, maybe some potatoes, sweet potatoes, things like that. That's really what your body's asking for at that time, instead of a piece of pizza or a container of ice cream and just plopping on the couch and enjoying that. You really want to give your body what it really is asking for to balance out those hormones so it can do what it needs to do for you. So that's one of the reasons why we crave chocolate, is because we're really needing magnesium and the carbohydrates in there to produce a cycle. So, or at least menstrual period. So make sure that you are listening to your body, allowing yourself to nurture yourself during those 10 days prior to the start of your period, and really allow yourself to take a break, to give yourself a little extra magnesium, maybe in a supplement form. I like magnesium glycinate. If you tend to have cramps, if you're having a cycle still, the magnesium will really help to relax those muscles and relieve some cramping. So, and then also giving your body magnesium that it needs and the carbohydrates it needs to produce a cycle. So magnesium is key. The second one is the reason why we crave sugar is because of having an unbalanced diet. The truth is, the more of what you eat, the more you're going to crave. So what's actually happening is in our gut bacteria have kind of a mind of its own. With sugar specifically, the gut bacteria can remember and enjoy carbohydrates, especially in the form of sugar. And if we are feeding it consistently, we're going to crave it more because the bacteria want more of that sugar. So the reason why I have a sugar detox book and the reason why I teach sugar detox is because when you starve those bacteria of the sugar it wants, they're going to die off, and you're going to lose your craving for sugar. And that takes about 5 to 10 days, depending on the person, where you start to lose the craving because you're not feeding that bacteria that wants it more. And it's going to get tough around days 3 to 5 with the cravings because your gut bacteria don't want to die, right? They want to survive, and they're going to ask for it more and more and more. But the more you starve them, the more likely you are to have success with losing your sugar cravings. So making sure that your diet is balanced, that you're having a diet that is higher in fat, moderate in protein, and lower in carbohydrates will keep your blood sugar balanced. And then when you are close to the end of your cycle, you're going to want those healthier carbs, bring those back in, and know that it's okay and it's appropriate, and it's definitely going to be nurturing and helping your body to do what it needs to do for you. And the other part too is we talked about gut health. We talked about, and so balancing your diet is definitely key. And the last thing is super important to understand is that when we are emotionally eating, that's another factor for craving sugar and carbohydrates in general, because they do provide that feeling of getting a good hug, getting affirmation, getting comfort from somebody else, and it does elevate serotonin, dopamine, and the oxytocin, which all of those hormones are those ones that just make you feel good, feel relieved, feel relaxed, give you a little bit of moment of brain clarity. However, it's short-lived. So, right, so when you're eating carbohydrates, all these great hormones, our brain chemicals get heightened, and we feel good, and then an hour or two later, we come down crashing with our blood sugar. We're not feeling great. We're feeling nauseous. We're feeling guilty. We're feeling really tired and sluggish because of all the carbohydrates we ate. But in fact, what we're really looking for is we need more connections with other people. We need to connect more and actually get that oxytocin rush and that serotonin rush and that dopamine rush that we get from connecting with other people. And connecting can be in the form of a tight hug. Connecting can be in form of spending quality time with somebody else, having a great connecting conversation, laughing with other people is a great way to connect with other people and build connections. So sometimes when we're craving sugar is because we're really lacking connections and bonding with other people. And oxytocin is kind of like one of the master hormones. And oxytocin is that soft, cozy, cuddly feeling that you get from bonding with people. It's kind of like, putting a baby on your chest and just smelling their hair and getting that cozy comfort that you feel from that. That really elevates oxytocin, spending quality time with other people. So oxytocin is going to be the number one hormone that's actually also going to be above, what's it called? So we have oxytocin, then we have cortisol. So cortisol, we know, is that stress hormone. And that stress hormone is the one that can either, if it's elevated too much, if we have too much stress, if you're over exercising, if you're a really busy and rushed person, you're going to have elevated cortisol levels, which will promote increased stress in your life, so which can actually cause burnout and weight gain and just throw off the balance of your hormones overall. But if oxytocin comes above and controls cortisol, if you have healthy oxytocin levels and are regularly bonding with people, your stress levels are naturally going to be lower. Cortisol levels are going to be lower, and cortisol is the precursor to all the other hormones, female hormones, the estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. So if oxytocin levels are high, cortisol levels are lower, and then our hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone will be in balance, which makes sense because if you're connecting with people and you're feeling love, everything else falls right into place. So anyway, just want to let you know that it's important to get plenty of oxytocin in and get plenty of connection with other people. And if you feel like you're lacking that and you're craving sweets or sugar, do your best to go out and find opportunities to connect with other people, whether it's making a phone call, talking and spending time with God, spending time in Scripture, and just really gaining that connection from your Father in heaven. So I hope that helps with helping to balance out and release some of those sugar cravings, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.